you're on air.
All right, hi guys.
Beautiful.
My beard's caught in that.
Oh,
How's
no.
your beard doing, Christian? How's your beard? Christian, oh, my beard's just caught in my microphone. It's
Oh
just
no,
so
I know. I miss that feeling.
Christian, how's your beard doing? Look at me in the eyes in the camera. How's your beard doing?
Look
Christian?
at you in the eyes, and you have
Look
eyes
at me
in
eyes in the microphone. How's your beard doing?
in the mic. You're
Look, no, on the camera. Jeez. Start over.
no,
Christian?
we're
No.
keeping that in.
So, how are you doing, Christian? Well, first of all, welcome, Deep Fried Wizard.
Welcome to the Deep Fried Wizard podcast.
We are in a new studio. I'll try to find that music, but I will not add it into the podcast. So, yeah, dude, this is a new studio. How you feeling right now, man? New studio.
Feeling good. It's
Feeling good?
Nice. It's more spacious.
More
than
spacious?
The old one. Yeah.
More spacious? We just went from one level to another level.
I know we leveled up.
Or leveled down, if you think about it.
Theoretically, yes. We are in a lower elevation than the last
a lower level.
by
I'm
like
gonna
8 feet.
put that right there. Yes, we are in the same place, new studio. So,
How are you feeling about it?
I mean,
You digging it?
I'm feeling okay. It's feeling kind of weird. Kind of trying to look through my mic stand, but hey, yeah.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. We might have some edits for next week.
Yes, which I just did right there, grabbing something awkward from here to there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to cut that out.
Acrobatics,
It was a full substance. How is it looking up there at the moment? That's great.
Pretty clear, yeah. We're doing good. We're good.
So, Christian, we read should we just jump into it? Do we not?
Yeah, you had a special project for us this week.
Yeah.
You
So
took us to task.
when we were kids, we had a book that we loved. What was that book? You want to say for the viewers really quick?
Yeah, it was probably one of the first comic books I ever read, if not the first. It was this one in my hands. Marvel versus DC, or DC versus Marvel. Excuse me. I always.
Oh no, I'm in the same boat as you. I always say Marvel versus DC because we're Marvel boys.
Yeah.
So I kind of say that. So I'll put that right there on the screen. We'll put her up there, image that Christian just tried to show you guys. But we were kids when it came out. It was like what, 96?
I believe it said 95. I read the synopsis.
No, it's not 95. What?
Well, maybe I don't know. Let me read the synopsis again. This is the great thing about having a terrible memory. It's like reading things over again when you forget.
We can obviously read it really quick.
Published at the tail end of 95 in the beginning of
crap, really that old?
Yeah, in the beginning of 96 there was a team member so 95, 96.
95. Wow, that is sad. So yeah, we decided to read this book for you guys and give a synopsis of what we thought of it. So, I mean, obviously, we read as kids. So, Christian, what were your thoughts before you went into it?
Before rereading it?
Yeah, like what were you thinking? Like, enjoy it? Like,
I was apprehensive if it was going to hold up or not because, like I said, I have a really terrible memory. So like
wait, where am I?
Yeah, it's almost that bad. It's terrible. But every time I like read something or reread something, it's like reading it for the first time. And but I was proven wrong as the first splash page hit.
What splash page? Describe it. See if we can find it really quick. Oh, is it the
it's
Spider-Man?
Yes.
The first. Okay, for the viewers, I'm gonna put on throw the images up there for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah,
if
that's
YouTube lets us.
well, I'll just edit out the text. Well, you can throw the images up there as long as the text is not there. I can blur out the text.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's one of my favorite Spider-Man suits is the Ben Reilly one, right?
Right.
That's
with the little web shooter cartridges
around his wrists and whatnot, and how exposed the spider is in his chest. I really like that one. What I liked about it. Wait, you want to say something else before I go?
No, I love it's just in general like a beautiful book. Like I don't have a problem with at least the first. I think they changed artists like the last issue.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell when they change artists.
I think Dan Jurgens is the.
I'm not sure. You will know more than I will about
the penciler. Yeah, for most of it, and it's beautiful. Like that's about all I have to say for that.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, for me, I like the book, but I was definitely kind of like you said, apprehensive to go into it. Like we were kids when we read it, and I did. Excuse me.
Oh, we gotta go. It's Wes's nap time or bedtime.
No, I've been up since 3 a.m. Sorry, guys, up since 3 a.m. So, I mean, I liked it, but there's some things I'm like, it was okay. Most because, let's see here. The beginning. Okay, let me just start off. I like the fact that Spider-Man. For those who don't know, it was Marvel versus DC. These characters kind of merge universes and mix up to what world they live in. Like when you first see it, Spider-Man jumps into, I think it was Gotham City, and he first meets the Joker, and he's like, "Hey, who are you?" And he goes, "Oh, I live on the edge, and I'm just living life carelessly." He jumps off the building, and then he's like, "Oh, let me save you." And he goes, "Oh, no need." I kind of wanted to see more of characters like Spider-Man fight more villains like the Joker. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I understand as far as like why they did it the way they did it, at least in this paperback version. I know there are, I'm assuming you already knew this, like other branch offs.
Yeah, you didn't Justin.
Yeah. My brother-in-law Justin has like the entire series he just bought.
How much that cost him?
I think it was a couple $100.
Well, I'll bleep that out for his sake, because it's a whoo.
But I would believe it to be worth it if it's, in the same caliber as this stuff. But yeah, I just
but which universe is this called that he bought?
This is the Amalgam Universe. Is the collaboration between DC and Marvel. That's what they called it.
Yes.
And that's when the characters are blended.
Well, first of all, we'll get to that in a second. But before we get to that point, juicy. Excuse me. But how did we get to that point of the Amalgam verse? I say it again. Did I say it right?
Amalgam Universe.
Amalgam Universe. How did we get to that point? What did we do, or how did we get to that point?
It starts with a cardboard box in an alleyway. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. I think, in my honest opinion, I think that's very weak.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not happy at how we start off the Marvel versus DC. It's a cardboard box in a back alley of like New York. It's like,
Manhattan. Or something. I don't like that they kept going back to that.
Yes. I mean, you keep talking.
We're really selling it.
I mean, no, it's great. It's a good story.
It's about cardboard
box. But you keep talking. It's about a cardboard box.
Yeah, American box. It's a great
Go to this box. Keep talking.
No,
Cardboard
I mean
box.
that's the initial setting. Is this kind of like homeless looking guy is protecting this cardboard box with his life, and it's like glowing.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what's going on with this box? And this one kind of younger dude stumbles upon it, and he becomes the protagonist in a way. In the very end, they lean on his
yeah.
protagonism, if that's a word.
I would say he becomes one of the most powerful characters in comic book lore that kind of disappears.
Yeah.
Like, he's here and he's gone. And we never see him again. But it definitely, I mean, we see Spider-Man. After the guy encounters a homeless guy in the back alley with the box covered in duct tape, we see Spider-Man transported to Gotham City. But then after that, we see the X-Men fighting Juggernaut. Right. And, I mean, you and I love the X-Men. And he's transported to... Do you remember his transport? Before looking, do you remember his transported to? By the way...
Are you talking about Wolverine?
No. Well, Wolverine and Storm and Gambit are transported at the same time. But Christian and I, both at the same time, have our books in our hand.
Yeah, mine's pretty ragged.
Can I just say, like, backstory to that? I remember being a little kid when we were at your parents' old place downtown when you lived at the one place in GR. Mm-hmm. And I remember a kid reading that book with you. My gosh. Sorry.
Really
I'm so tired, people. I'm so tired. But I remember reading that book with you as a kid. You had a bunk bed, but you didn't have a bunk bed. You had like a desk under your bed.
Yeah, a loft bed.
Yeah, thank you. And we read it there. I remember reading that for the first time. And there's few characters I'm so looking forward to talk about their fights and battles in this. That, I mean, being a kid reading it was like so cool. But when you first see the X-Men, they're fighting the Juggernaut, and he transports to. Do you remember where he transports to?
Oh, the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The Daily Planet, I believe.
Yeah. I mean,
I did enjoy that part.
I mean, how cool would that be to see the Juggernaut fight? None other than Man of Steel himself.
Yeah. And that's, I don't know, that's just the beauty of this book, I think, is like the juxtaposition of putting heroes and villains in the wrong spots, you know.
I mean, as a reader, I won't lie. There are some points like it's really dated. I mean, when we meet Superboy, today's an age. I can remember me reading Superboy.
Yeah. That his first introduction.
We'll get we might get in trouble for that, but it's like he's lifting up super babes in bikinis and like
voluptuous women.
Yeah, we will get in trouble for that if we try posting
with
that.
About like 2% body fat.
2%. That's being very mean to them. They have like 1% body fat. But which character for you was your favorite introduction that you saw?
Oh man. I mean, I loved the cameo of Gambit, even though it was very short-lived.
Well, he had like what? How many lines in that?
Like, he was like on 2 pages.
Okay, so Gambit, we done this to open.
Man, you were really not selling Gambit. Gambit needs some hooked on phonics.
Read Gambit's lines when he says the Juggernaut. He says, back down, mon ami. We done do this dance often. I mean, Gambit's a cool... First of all, people, watch X-Men 97. If you don't like Gambit, come on.
That's good representation of Gambit.
That's a perfect Gambit. And this is around that time that Gambit was written. But... and for those who don't know, Hulk, another character. This is Hulk. He's got the mind of Bruce Banner.
Yeah, smart Hulk.
Yeah, it's
the credible Hulk, as they say.
Do you like this Hulk? Because this is when I was first really introduced into comic books. This storyline,
right.
So I kind of go, Hulk, is he that cool? What do you think?
I do like it because it gives him some like reasoning, but also he likes to fight. So
well, he's married in this issue. He says, and Betsy says Bruce, and he disappears. So, should we get the backstory? What happened? Why this is happening in DC Marvel Universe crossover?
Get
Get the crossover.
Sure. I guess.
You don't know, do you?
Well, I guess what do you mean by why?
Why is this happening? Why are these characters colliding in this storyline? Do you remember?
Storyline wise? I guess I don't know what you're getting at. You take it.
The brothers.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
There's two like sentient universal gods that are like larger than galaxies.
Yeah, before you get into that, what do you think of them? Like reading for the first time. Well, for myself, reading for the first time in how many years? I can't remember.
Right. It's basically like reading it the first time for me again, too.
I was so bored.
Underwhelmed. Yeah.
I was like, all right, we get it. They're two brothers. They haven't seen each other for centuries, decades, millennia, eons, blah, 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 blah. I was so bored reading
Of that overarching story. Well, here's the thing that kind of bugs me about the overarching thing is they have the two brothers, and then they also have the Spectre and the Living Tribunal.
Yes.
Representing, it's just kind of like overkill.
So those... Everything's okay.
I'm here. I'm totally here with my own will.
But I mean, they were two gods in their universe, living up to two bigger gods of their universe. It was.
I don't know if it was Marvel and DC's attempt to put the largeness of the brothers into perspective. Like they're like, these are the gods of the Marvel and DC universe, but here's some even bigger gods. Like I don't know, because at the end they feature Spectre and the Tribunal, and they're just like the size of mice comparatively to.
In which issue are you talking about? Like the very last
showdown.
Yeah, when they're holding on to swords and whatnot.
Yeah,
but I did appreciate that they were fighting for their worlds, but I mean it was cool to see. As a comic book lover, like to see Marvel and DC battle it out. But the premise of the book was, so these two brothers saw each other and only one universe could survive. And in order for one universe to survive, they had to have all these heroes and champions fight each other. And whoever would win would have the universe survive. Very vague premise. Very, I'm sorry to say, very dumb. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, hey, you have two heroes fight each other, or two villains, and hero and villain, whatever. They have to fight each other, and whoever wins, that universe will survive. So, what did you think about that?
I thought it was kind of like, I get it, what Marvel and DC are trying to do, but I feel like it was a little bit ham-fisted the way they actually did it. Like I enjoyed the fights, like Aquaman versus the Submariner.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty cool.
Well, first of all, who did you want to? Let's go through each battle then. Let's start with that one though. You said Submariner and Aquaman. Who did you want to win in the first place?
As a young man, I wanted all the Marvel characters to just win flat out.
Yeah, first of all, we are Marvel guys. Like we want the Marvel. We wanted them to win all the way.
It was a straight ballot.
But I mean, Arthur Curry, I'm sorry to say, is a better character.
Oh, for sure. After he won, I was like, okay, you won over a fan for this one.
Yes, I mean, because how these heroes won. It was up to the readers to vote for which hero they wanted to see win.
Right.
So you saw Submariner and Aquaman, and the fans would write in like who would they want to win, and fans said Aquaman, so therefore Aquaman would win. Mm-hmm. And cut to Submariner getting smushed by a killer whale.
Yeah.
But no, I do agree Aquaman was a better character to win. Mm-hmm. But let's go down the row of the best battles of that, cuz obviously guys, this is going to probably be a two-parter episode. Sorry if it's not. If it is, buckle up and shut up.
I think what did it start with?
I mean, let's see here.
I can tell you one of my favorite ones.
Technically, the first battle was between Batman.
No. First battle was
Well, if you think about
Shazam and
well,
Thor.
yeah, but the first interaction was between Batman
I
and
guess.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Batman, because in my opinion, Batman and Daredevil are so close.
Yeah.
And how they are as superheroes. And you see Bullseye, like he's got a blade to. This is Tim Drake's Robin, not Dick Grayson or whoever Robin. This is the third Robin. I mean, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, then Tim Drake is a third Robin,
Right.
and he's got a knife to his basically his face, going like how.
Yeah, Bullseye has.
Yeah, he's back down. What you call it? Because he was transported into the Batcave. He has no idea how he got
Bullseye.
there. Yeah, Bullseye, Daredevil's villain, and he goes, he has no idea how he got there. And I kind of liked how he said it, and I kind of hated how he said it. When Batman punched him, he goes, "You hit even harder than Daredevil." I kind of like it, and I kind of hate it because I like Batman and kind of don't like Batman at the same time. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like it's hard to tell what like the DC writers versus the Marvel writers are like if they're trying to like get a dig in at Marvel or DC.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of funny trying to deduce that just from reading the storyline. But yeah, I know what you mean as far as Batman being like the rich boy and that sort of stuff.
Well, everyone likes Batman. Everyone likes Batman. Everyone loves Batman. I like Batman's villains. Batman's villains are some of the best of the best of the best villains out there.
And that's what always has drawn me to the storyline, Batman's storyline.
Exactly.
The Rogues Gallery. But
I mean, quick question. Who's your favorite Batman villain besides the Joker?
Besides the Joker?
Because everyone's like, I love the Joker. Who's your favorite Batman villain?
I don't know, man. Mr. Freeze always has some cool. He always has some cool storylines.
You stole mine, because of the old animated TV show. When he, what was that? Sub-Zero, like he's trying to save his wife in the old animated TV.
Yeah.
That's. I would say Mr. Freeze myself, man.
Yeah.
If I can't
I
choose,
feel like he's got the deepest lore of all the.
Well, because he's not a bad guy when you think about that. He's a guy who's just trying to save his wife.
Yeah.
It's like, I love my wife. I want to protect and save her.
This is versus the American healthcare system.
USA. USA.
Which resonates with most of the world now.
But I would say if it's not for Mr. Freeze, who would I say? I would say Mr. Not Mr. Why did I say Mr.? I think Mr. Freeze. I say Riddler still because he's
Riddler,
just he's not like strong and can fight Batman, but yeah, intellectually he can be in the same par as Batman.
Right. I also like I guess honorable mention Mad Hatter as like
yeah,
like he's got
another good one.
I feel like he's underrated, but he's also kind of like a crossover character between obviously American folklore. Is Alice in Wonderland American?
Honestly, I don't know. I
don't know.
Good thing. Well, but back to the book. So we have Spider-Man was introduced into the Batman lore. And the first the first battle was at that time it was Captain Marvel and Thor.
Yeah.
But what is he called now? Do you remember what he's called now?
Shazam.
Exactly. I can't. Well, first of all, what do you think about Thor's costume?
It's pretty 90s.
Oh my gosh.
And a little
so
a little over the top.
It's so bad. I don't like it.
Yeah. No, Green's just not like a
It's horror audience. It's horrible.
It's rough.
I don't like this Thor costume. Sucks.
It's
going.
Thor has a halter top. If you're wondering, man, we're really selling it now.
Yeah, he's dressed like a skank. He's dressed like a skank. I know you ladies like to see Chris Hemsworth in his outfit, but
Pick up the book.
It's awful. I hate this suit, but I do think it was one of the, I would say, the second best battle in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think of the battle between Shazam?
It was a good start. Like it was I like their improvised use of weapons and stuff.
Well,
to expound upon that, I don't know if I want to like give everybody all the information of like in case they want to read it.
Well, once again, the heroes had to fight each other to protect their universe.
Yeah.
And the hero of that universe would excuse me. The hero of that universe would allow their world to live. So that's what it was. So it like 6 heroes won as opposed to 3 heroes. The 3 heroes universe would kind of die. So yeah, Thor so far won. Was that the very first battle?
I believe that was the first official battle.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And the next was Storm and Wonder Woman.
Oh, excuse me.
You're right there.
What do you think of that one?
No,
it was not.
it wasn't Storm.
No. It was Wonder Woman Storm, but Thor dropped his hammer.
Right, which
And
a certain DC character that's a woman that's wonderful picked it up.
Wonder Woman picked it up, which, if you think about it, do you think she's worthy of holding the hammer?
I'd say so.
I actually would think she would be.
She's an Amazonian.
I would say the only DC heroes to wield Mjolnir are Superman and Wonder Woman. I think are the 2 that can hold a hammer. I mean, Batman, yeah, but I don't think Batman should wield the hammer because he's too. I mean, he's good, but a little too.
I think you have to kind of like it's kind of by like if you think about it in like D&D terms, like alignment. They have to be
he's chaotic neutral.
Batman.
Yeah,
yeah, they have to be lawful good completely to wield the hammer. And there's very few characters that are like that.
I would put him on par with like a Wolverine type character, which cut to a few issues later. We'll get into that with Wolverine and Batman. But I would say, is he? No, he's not worth. In my opinion, Batman is worthy, but not worthy enough to hold Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
which I did think was cool that Wonder Woman held a hammer, but she held a hammer, but cut into Submariner and Aquaman fight.
Submariner, Aquaman,
which we kind of covered.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a cool battle because I feel like Namor or Submariner, or whatever we call him.
Yeah, I mean his name changes so often. It's like,
I feel like he's just kind of like an egotistical character to begin with. So I'm glad he got defeated.
Yeah, I don't like as a Marvel boy. I love Marvel, but I hate Submariner. I think he's a stupid character. I like how Aquaman beat him even with one arm behind his back, kind of thing.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, do you like Aquaman with one arm or well? First of all, Aquaman this time he had one hand. For the viewers, what do you think about this Aquaman? Do you like him with one hand or?
I do. I like that. It kind of like delineates him from like other heroes. He's kind of like a semi-disabled character if you think about it, but he uses that disability. In this case, he uses that disability as an advantage.
I'd say well. There's one line that let me see if I can find it really quick. He goes, "Face it, pointy ears. We're too evenly matched. At this rate, neither one of us will ever land a ... hand." It's joking. Neither one of us really hand at each other. Yeah. And some manner looks at him like, I kind of like that. It was kind of fun, even though I liked how Submariner got his keister kicked.
Right. And did we explain what his hand was replaced with?
Oh yeah, it was take us. Yeah, explain.
It's a hook, or what do you call those? Harpoon. Yeah, harpoon with attached to like kind of like a golden rope or chain, I guess.
It was yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. And he kind of captures Submariner, and he tells his killer whale friends to jump on him. Doggy pile.
Free Willy Shim.
Yeah.
Which I like that battle. It's a fun battle.
Yeah.
But do you remember the next battle?
Next battle.
Do you remember it? I just looked at the page.
Was it Superman and Hulk?
No. Actually, that one.
No, it wasn't. It was not, you idiot.
Not one
at all.
It involves speedsters.
It involves what?
Speedsters.
Speedsters. Oh, yes. Okay, yep. Yes. The youngins. The younglings.
The younglings. Speedsters. No. Speedsters. Flash and Quicksilver.
Where are they? Damn it. Oh, I missed them. That's right.
Did you
Yes.
lose those? So
The pages are gone.
So which one do you think is the best speedster in your opinion? Because this is Wally West Flash as opposed to Barry Allen Flash. Which one do you think is better?
I didn't read much Flash, so I can't really attest
I
for
didn't-
their personalities.
I didn't either, but we grew up loving a Justice League TV show
Yeah.
as Wally West as a Flash as opposed to Barry Allen.
Yeah.
So this one is Wally West. What did you think?
I mean, I think that's the reason why I favored the Flash in this context. Yeah, and also, I mean, he plays a lot. He plays the good guy, and Quicksilver's kind of a bit of a punk.
Yeah, what are the lines? He actually said this, which maybe not like Quicksilver. He goes, all right, let me read it really quick. And I was like, wow, dude, what a jerk. So I'll just sum it up really quick. So they're racing each other and fighting each other, and there's a semi-truck that goes off the rail, and they're just punching each other left and right, and the semi-truck goes off the rail, and the Flash goes off to save the two guys in the semi-truck.
Yeah.
The rescue the two guys, like, oh, we're gonna die. He saves them. He drops them off, and the Flash goes, if I can beat up the guy who saves people, I'm gonna be a better person. And
Wait,
it goes
what?
up. Yeah, look it up. He goes, even taking joy because I was angry to find someone faster than I. Okay. Okay, here we go. Taking down an opponent, risking their life, and led to save others. Enjoying, he takes joy out of beating the crap out of a guy.
I know. I was just confused by your paraphrase.
Well, how so?
You made him sound like really. I mean, it's not a good quote. His publicist would have a really hard time.
Absolutely.
Justifying that.
Like,
but
so you beat up a guy
who just saved
people,
two innocent lives.
and you want to say, I just beat him up because I'm that great.
Yeah, I got the upper hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But who did you want to win? Take out of context.
Oh, it's still the Flash.
I'm a Marvel guy. I would say Flash too.
Yeah.
The Flash, I think, is cooler because we were at that time. X-Men Evolution was a TV show, and the Quicksilver was not a good guy. We did not.
He really never has been that great. I'm noticing. I haven't really read a ton.
No, he's not been that good guy.
Yeah.
Which I remember watching X-Men Evolution, and his character is complete utter prick.
Right.
He's not a good guy.
Well, I mean, you look at their dad, but
He's not a great guy. He's not a great guy. Not a good guy. But we get down to it, and we keep going through the book. I mean, through the first portion of the book, we're gonna see heroes and villains fight each other. But up next, we see the Kingpin. This is what really confuses me about this world. So apparently, characters and heroes can kind of pop in and pop out, and boop, 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 pop in and here and whatnot. So apparently the Kingpin at some point becomes the owner of the Daily Planet. That's what really confused me about this universe. Like, certain characters would pop in and pop out, and like, oh, we're the hero, or we're the owner, or we're the villain, and like, oh, done deal. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, it kind of bugged me. Like, I think something that they didn't really explain until later in the books was like, this all happened after a long timeline, because I was confused. Like, as you're reading it, you're like, okay, so Kingpin just popped in this universe. He's like, oh, I'm going to buy the Daily Planet. Like, it's normal for me to just disappear and reappear in a different place. I'm just going to buy this building. Like, I think it's a thing of like, yeah, if you would just put like a timeline, that would have been really helpful. But
because at this point for the readers, Clark Kent, Daily Planet, and Peter Parker, I mean, at this point he was working for the Daily Planet. They're two guys who are reporters working together. I mean, Spider-Man, it was Peter Parker, but this time he was going by Ben Reilly still this time.
right.
But it was just not good. I mean, look, I liked it, but it didn't make sense. Like,
Yeah, again,
it was poor delivery of like, hey, here are these heroes and villains. Like, oh, they're mashed together. Accept it.
yeah.
It didn't make any sense because even the heroes were like, oh, it's our boss, Wilson Fisk. Like, but when did he become? Because there's one point I want to get into. I don't know if we have enough time to get into the episode. You know, I'm getting into of issue 3 when the heroes and villains combine it together of Doctor Strange Fate. You know, you know what I'm going to say about that. But as of now, what did you think of the characters and heroes?
I enjoyed how they I enjoyed the battles, at least the combative part. Like, that all made sense in a way. But yeah, it was the tying in of like their casual lives or their identities, their normal human identities, I guess. That was kind of a bit ham-fisted. But the battles were pretty sweet. They make up for it.
I mean, yeah, the battles had to take place of certain heroes and characters. So we had like Catwoman, Elektra, Wolverine, Lobo, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Spider-Man, Superboy, Hulk, Superman, and Captain America, Batman. Well, like, what was one that you enjoyed the most?
Well, I really loved, actually, the Catwoman and Elektra fight was pretty cool. It was a little short, but
yeah, I mean, it was short, but yet Elektra and Catwoman were not heroes at that time.
no,
That's what I find interesting. So
Yeah.
keep going.
they were kind of, the anti-heroes or
Well,
non-heroes.
Catwoman was not a hero, but Elektra definitely was anti-hero at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, she totally unalives, in my opinion. She kind of. So Catwoman like whip around Elektra, and Elektra has her katanas and cuts the whip, and Catwoman falls. She falls basically to her death.
I was into a sand pit.
She had it coming.
Cats love sand.
They bear the poop in it.
Yeah, they didn't show that part, but
I mean, my favorite fight obviously was definitely between Wolverine and Lobo. I love that fight.
yeah,
You want to
for
give
sure.
it a little, let you take that.
It's in some like space bar. It kind of reminds me of like Star Wars in a way.
Yeah,
It's like
it
there's a bunch
definitely
of
does, yeah.
aliens and stuff. speaking like, and I gotta give props to the
Basswitch, as he says.
well, no, I'm saying like the whole. I don't know if it's the same. Let me see if I can find the name. But the person who does the lettering and the voice,
No,
the bubbles and stuff.
There
like,
was one point where I just learned for the first time today where there's one guy in the background that says Wolverine. I didn't realize it says Wolverine because it looks like alien font.
Yeah.
Yes, that exact font. Like I learned that like 2 days ago. I'm like, this is Wolverine.
This is like by far the most creative. Man, what is the term I'm looking for? Not writer, person who does the word
Illustration.
boxes.
Inker or well, no, I'm mopping
Lettering.
Yeah. I'm smelling where you're stepping in.
Yeah. Like the box, like everything's really super creative. Like the way they do the boxes and everything is just super cool layout and unique. And I think that's one of the selling points. And there's like, even when Jubilee's writing her little diary notes, like it's in cursive.
First of all, how many listeners and watchers can read that?
Right. Yeah. I struggled on some of them, and but yeah, like that Wolverine Lobo battle, like it was just like beautifully paneled too.
That was
the artwork is so good.
That was my favorite fight, only because I'm a huge Wolverine fan. But if you ask me, the best battle, I mean, honestly, my favorite battle, I think it went the wrong way, was, I mean, I like Superboy and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But my favorite one was, here we go, Green Lantern and Silver Surfer.
Oh, really?
That was my favorite battle. I thought it was so cool. Yeah, I mean, if you can turn to page 78.
Is this a Bible study?
Jesus loves you. But if you can turn to page 78, I thought this was Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern and Kyle Rayner is Green Lantern and Silver Surfer. I thought that's my favorite battle in the entire book. And I don't care for Silver Surfer. I don't care for Green Lantern, but I thought the art was so beautiful and so cool and so BA. I was like, cool. Dude, that was wicked awesome. So, I mean, what was your favorite like battle between characters? Because Gambit, your favorite superhero, didn't have a main battle take place.
I mean,
because the only X-Men that took battle were, well, one spoiler, PX. I won't say right now, which kind of bugs me. Was that guy who can't walk, and it bugs me. I'm not gonna lie, it bugs me. And Storm and Wolverine, those are the only three X-Men who actually had. Oh no, and Jubilee, who had a battle, which I thought Jubilee was
screen time.
Jubilee was a waste of time, in my opinion. She was a waste of a character.
I thought it was cute.
You like that? Okay, for the listeners, so Jubilee was bounced in, and you take it away. You
so Robin was teleported from the DC universe to
which Robin?
Did they specify?
Well, I just know. I just want to see if you're a nerd.
I don't know. I don't remember which one.
Tim Drake.
It was Tim Drake.
It was Tim Drake. I'm that much of a nerd.
I know.
Keep going.
Did they specify in the book though?
Yeah, they do. At the very end,
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, Batman says, which okay, keep going. Just like which, just say words.
Yeah, I'll try. Robin was teleported into Jubilee's bedroom as she was talking to a friend, and she was immediately enamored.
I think that was, who was that? Keep going again.
The friend?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I wasn't paying attention, but that's a good question.
I'll look. You keep talking.
But they immediately, she liked his style because he's, Robin's pretty flashy, lots of colors, and so is Jubilee. So they kind of they hit it off, and they kind of developed their relationship, which I appreciated.
Yeah,
in the limited time they had.
I kind of like that too, because at the same time, like they're two teenagers, both fighting for the same cause. They're gonna kind of. I mean,
yeah, it kind of felt like an 80s movie to me, like a
definitely. Hands down.
Flashdance or something.
Oh, hands down.
And so anyways, yeah, they hit it off, and then like immediately they get teleported to fight each other. And
and in the air balloon place. You remember that?
Yeah, yep. And it's kind of like like a old school Batman the Animated Series type setting. It was just kind of this random
perfect setting.
Yeah,
it's a great setting.
And Robin basically takes it easy on her. And
how does he win the fight? Explain how he wins a fight.
He hides from her, and then I'm trying to remember now.
I think first of all, I think Jubilee was talking to Husk. I think that's who she was talking to when Robin appeared in her bedroom and at Xavier Mansion. You know who Husk is, right?
Yeah, I thought Husk was a dude though.
No, Husk is a chick. Husk is the one who she's got skin, and she could tear her skin off her body and become like any strength that she wants.
Oh, I thought that was a dude. Okay,
no,
carry on.
No, that's it. That's
what tipped you out? Why do you think? Why do you think that is? Why do you think she is the character that you're referring to?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm so lost.
What makes you think that Jubilee is talking to her when Batman or Robin appears in?
Because, I mean,
did they say that?
It's right here. She's talking.
Oh, the costume. I don't remember her costume being that vivid.
For the views, I'll try to find an image without text, but I believe that's Husk. But there's very few words that say who she is.
Yeah.
It just says, Jubilees. Were you expecting a boy to be delivered? Nope. But I like the fashion sense already. Mm-hmm. That's what Jubilee likes about Robin. She likes his fashion sense.
Yeah. So Wes likes about me as well.
Well, actually, I don't know if I like, as a kid of that era, I liked that Robin sense of like how like the ribbons on this chest, or not ribbons, like the rope holding.
Right.
Like, I like that. To me, this was peak Robin costume,
right.
Peak Robin in all of its aspect, and how cool he was. But so we had Green Lantern, all that fight. Which battle besides Thor, Captain Marvel, Submariner, Jubilee, Green Lantern, Catwoman, Elektra, which Wolverine, Lobo, and Storm and Wonder Woman.
That was my favorite battle.
That was.
Yeah.
That was your my Green Lantern and Silver Surfer. That was your favorite?
That was my favorite.
Explain to listeners why.
It's not for the reason you think it is.
Sure wasn't why. Explain, Christian.
Oh, no, I like the idea of two goddesses fighting, and like how honorable they are the entire time.
We all know which is the better character. On the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Storm. Is the better character. She's, my opinion, and probably your opinion as well, is just more cool. She's more grounded to earth, and just way more than Wonder Woman.
I do appreciate that because, kind of the what do you call it?
I don't know.
Storm. Wonder Woman is at the start of the battle holding Thor's hammer.
Yeah, Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
And
Mjolnir. Say it, Mjolnir.
I think it's Mjolnir.
I'm just saying it's making.
You're just making weird syllables over there. Wes is making cat noises.
Yeah, maybe meow.
Meow mix.
Meow 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 meow. So keep going. What you got?
Wonder Woman's holding Meow Mix, and they're talking about how they're goddesses.
Yes.
And Wonder Woman's like, well, okay, this wouldn't be fair if I had Thor's power as well. So she drops the hammer.
Did she? I can't remember. Did she know she had Thor's powers at that point? I mean, she knew she read the hammer when she picked it up when Captain Marvel, Shazam, and Thor fought, and the hammer's thrown wherever. She knew, but did she know she had the? I mean, she knew she did when we read as kids when we were reading it. She knew she had it, but I don't know. Just kind of.
I think
hard
she
to
could.
describe.
You could. I mean, she probably felt it because they had like that whole costume change where she had like Thor's helmet type thing.
I mean, barely anything. She was. I mean, at this point, she barely was wearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that point, it was. I'm sorry to say, like,
come on, Marvel, you can do better.
she's wearing a basically. I mean, look at this. I mean, come on.
Yep.
But hey,
this, I'm gonna defend this.
all right,
This comic made me who I am.
keep going.
I'm not mad about it.
You're one. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, that's funny though. Keep going. I want a pizza.
So basically, then after that, the best cat fight ever to exist ensued. And but the cool part is, like, at the end of it, like, Storm is carrying Wonder Woman out, basically.
Oh, that was cool though.
I'm trying to remember the quote.
Out of respect, she because she put the hammer down. She goes, "I will." Oh, what she say? She goes, "I won't give up." And Storm goes, "Forgive me." And at the very last scene, Storm's holding Wonder Woman out of respect, like, "Hey, you're a hero. I respect you.
Yeah.
And I won't let you hit the ground." I thought that was
It's
so
like the
cool.
ultimate sportsmanship.
It really
Excuse me.
was. But then after that, we have.
I also like. Just side note, I was flipping through, and I also like the feature of Bane about to break Captain America's back.
Oh yeah, and then
That little call out.
The shield comes back,
Yeah,
and you wham.
yeah.
And Cap's like,
And also the WB call outs, but
oh,
yeah.
the pinky in the brain kind of stuff.
I was reading this, and my son Dale,
Was Nancy with them?
they were both there, but he immediately took a liking. He was like asking me all these questions, and then like I woke up the next morning, he was already reading the book.
Really, he was.
Yeah.
Dale was reading, and did he enjoy it?
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah. That kid has such immaculate reading skills. It's
I'm-
mind-boggling.
I'm jealous. For the listeners, I have dyslexia. Christian, you're just an idiot.
Exactly.
Which, first of all, before we keep going, do you want to get a pizza today? You want to get a pizza or no? You want to get a pizza?
I could eat some pizza. Yeah.
Let's get a pizza. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah. No, that just stood out to me as kind of a cool feature, but
I don't want to brought pizza only because I live by a pizza place and I need margarita. Let's get margarita.
Also, another honorable mention as far as like aesthetics of this book go is I just love the bar brawl with Wolverine and Lobo, and then the very last three panels where you just see Wolverine's hand come up, and they're trying to tell you like, oh, Wolverine's like reaching for help, and then he comes up and he takes a big old puff of a cigar.
I want to avoid talking about that because Wolverine's my favorite character. I don't want to talk about Wolverine as much on the podcast because for the viewers, since we moved into my location of my basement, right here, Christian, 1, 2, 3. Put your hand right here. You go 1, 2, 3. Whoop. This right here. I'm a huge Wolverine fan. That's my collection. Hopefully you can see it okay. But I love that fight. How Wolverine reached up after fighting Lobo, and like, you think he's not gonna make it, and grabs Scar and goes,
Yeah, like that last panel of that where he's
so cool.
is kind of like ingrained in my memory. It might be my last image of my deathbed.
I was actually, now you say that, I was looking online to find that to put it behind my head for our new studio, just because it's so cool.
Right.
But after Wolverine and Wolverine, Lobo, Storm, and Wonder Woman, our next fight was Superboy and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Which character did you? Okay, first of all, which character did you think would win, and which character did you want to win?
Well, when you say it like that, excuse me, I definitely thought Superboy was gonna win, seeing as he kind of has the power sets of Superman.
Well, he has, what's it called? Telekinesis strength. So he touches something that's much heavier than he is. Like, let's say this book right here is 2,000 tons, or like a ton. He can go touch it and lift it. He's got that. But I mean, keep going. Sorry.
I always because Superman, anything with super in their name has kind of like a built-in cheat code. So I was, thinking DC would have him win, but I am very happy with the outcome that he did not win.
I mean, remember it was voting based. You had to vote for that hero to win at that time.
Right. And it was I like how they cleverly had him win too. Had Spider-Man win.
I mean, spoilers. How did Spidey win again? I'm looking at it right now. How did Spidey win? And my opinion, one of the coolest suit he has. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably my favorite Spider-Man suit, the Ben Reilly suit.
Yeah, for sure.
I really like that. But so Spidey won by kicking him into an electric outlet, basically.
Yeah, so Superboy punched they're fighting on top of a building.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was hiding behind a water tower. Superboy punched the water tower, so there's water everywhere.
In Greenwich Village. That's what it says, Greenwich Village.
Yeah.
Greenwich. Keep going.
And so then Spider-Man kind of cleverly tricks him into chasing Spider-Man into hitting an electrical transformer with a bunch of water and conductivity, and zappy zap, Superboy's down for the count.
Kind of boom. I mean, I thought that, in my opinion, that was one of the coolest fights. Even though Spider-Man didn't really even lay a hand on him, it was still pretty cool, because the very last shot of Spider-Man spinning down and going, oh, whoa, doing that, whoa, it's too bright.
Yeah.
What's he say? He says, sorry, kid.
Yeah.
Because that time Superboy was only he only appeared in 2000, not 2000, in 1994, when it says in the back of the book right here, when did Superboy appear? I think it was 94 or 93. Yep. If Superboy's first appearance, Adventures of Superman, issue 500, 1993.
Oh, so yeah, he's
pretty young as a character.
3 years old, yeah.
I mean, only 3 years old. I mean, since the book came out right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, Spider-Man had to win. I'm sorry, Spidey. I mean,
yeah, there kind of probably would have been some outrage if.
I would have been pissed at my age right now. What? No, Superboy should not win.
Wes would have lost sleep over it now.
Many hours
30 years later.
33 years later. Why is he not winning?
Can't believe Superman. Tossing and turning.
But I truly was hey, yeah, that's how it should have been.
Yeah.
But the next fight, let's admit, is one of the coolest fights. That was wow. Say wow.
Yeah,
You on the page right now?
I think so. Yeah.
Take us away.
Well,
Wait, what time are we at now? Should we do a two-parter?
we're an hour and a minute in.
All right. Guys, we're going to end right here for a two-parter. All right. Thanks for joining us, Deep Fried Wizard. And we're going to take us away in the next episode.
Indeed.
All right.